body weight leaning forward, let the arms go behind you. Let the arms fly back. Yeah. There you go. Body stays where it is. Let the arms move. Squeeze and fire. Yep. Push those shoulders back. Fire. One more. Good over here. Everything into those hands. Let it fall outside you. Let those shoulders relax. Yep. Fire. Yeah. Yeah. Extend. Extend. Yeah. Two more. Extend. Yeah. One more. Good.
We're still trying to put muscle. So the thing is that besides when you're in prep and you're seeing changes very quickly week to week, off season, you don't see the progress as fast. Pumps are good, weight is going up, slowly but surely, and I'm alive and well. I'm going from the muscle mansion to the muscle bunker.
Will we get like an inside tour?
Yeah, we'll do a HD AV cribs. Yeah, instead of MTV, it's gonna be HD AV cribs. There's a piano in my new place. I'll learn something. There's one thing I want to learn. I want to learn this part. Ta 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 ta. That's it. That's all I want to learn.
Find your spot where you feel like you have the most power and leverage on it, and just flex it in. So stay up tight through it and just squeeze in. Imagine I'm as arched and as tall as I can be, and I'm just moving hands.
Okay.
So as tall as you can be, arched here, all the weight back on here. Set those arms open, chest is way out here. We'll drop more of the arms. Arms are back. Yeah, pull, go. Yeah, just grab that whole pec. Your shoulders low. Don't rush. So that a little lean into it, and then open up. A little lean. Let the arms go back. Let the arm go back. Yeah. One flex. Number one thing is starting the dumbbell at the top. So kicking your dumbbells up and starting them here, you're already out of your arch. You're already unable to retract your shoulders, because you're starting them in a locked position. So when you go to break and you go to arch, it's my shoulder never gets to roll behind, right? So it's always better to start your dumbbell at the bottom so you can start in a retracted position of your shoulders, so you're driving out on chest more. And I guess the other common mistake is flaring your elbows. So even no matter where you're starting, if you're doing it wrong or you're doing it right, like if you're gonna do it wrong and keep your elbows in more here, at least you'd get some drop. Whereas if you were to start here and then you opened with flared elbows, you're really like impinging the shoulder, right? So that's why you see guys who have problems with their shoulders and their pecs and their chest, because they flare out on the shoulder and they create this shearing force across as opposed to dropping down into the pec. The poor guy who tore his pec the other night, and I've torn my pec so I can talk shit about people who tear their pecs. It's like we ended up taking too heavy a weight and flaring the elbow too much, as opposed to letting the weight drop into us, pushing away. Not that it wouldn't have happened, because maybe it would have, because there's instabilities that have been created over time, or just stuff you're not aware of mechanically that's caused weakness. But you're less likely to have a injury if you're going to drop into your chest and retract and squeeze your back, as opposed to if I just go here and I have no retraction of transferring weight, right? So when I come in, my weight transfers into my back, and then it creates a force moving outward, right? So I'm, in a sense, I'm collecting that weight and then I'm pushing that same weight out, right? Because I've collected the power of that drop and then I'm pushing out through. Whereas here I'm just blunting this I'm stopping that progression and then I'm pushing against that same force that's coming down, right? So there's no transfer of weight. Look how strong your shoulders are, right?
Yeah.
So your shoulders are a dominant thing, so it's like I'll lock on those shoulders and I just...
Think like, yeah, it was easy.
Because you can move it.
I could press, yeah, I was pressing a lot of weight before.
Moving weight and feeling weight are two different things.
You know the definition of insanity is, one of them, is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So if you're a bodybuilder, you have some weak points, and you've been training the same way for 10 years, and you're expecting different results, you're insane.
Or
Right?
if you think that it's just doing more weight, but keeping that same form and that same technique and that same outlook on everything, just more weight is needed. It's like, no, it's not, man. It's like you need to fucking deconstruct what you're doing and start rebuilding from the ground up as to like how I'm gonna target these muscles I want to target. Like, so
It's pretty rare that you see bodybuilders who will actually bring up weak points and change their
because
proportion.
it takes an ego check to do it. It's nothing to do with like you changing how hard you're training and stuff. It's like we might have to like really take an ego check and drop that weight down and really get those things to start firing the way they're supposed to. But a lot of guys can't handle that.
Yeah. I mean, they get bigger, but they don't get better proportions. Well, I'm trying to. My whole life has been battling to get an upper body compared to my legs. Let's start with this set.
Give me a good 6. Aim for a good 6. Relax. Drive. Yeah. Feel that weight move through it. Palm and pec. Yeah. Palm and chest. Shoulders are just back cinched together. Yeah. 1. Drive. Drop. 60s. A little quicker rhythm on this. Same motion though. So just drive. Drive to the middle. Drive to the middle. A little quicker fire. Don't over speed it up. Just get that chest to keep moving. Never stops moving. Yeah. Pump, pump, pump. Squeeze to the middle. Squeeze. Yeah, squeeze. Yeah, squeeze. 2. 1. Palm. Good. Because Quentin's gonna be here.
Okay. Are you good for chest right now?
Yeah, you're good for chest.
Yeah. Quick one today.
Yeah. Lots of sets.
Yeah. All right. So I did the one arm.
Yeah, on the Viking, pump one
And
arm.
then I did the stand laterals.
Yeah. If you want to add in a third thing, just do front raises with the barbell.
Okay. Have to guess. I think it would be maybe a little bit under 21.
Under 21?
Right now, yeah, not pumped. I'm guessing. So guess my arm size, the right one, which is the torn bicep, and the left one. Hint, this one is a little bit bigger than this one. But comment below.
Right, and the right one will be on your Instagram stories
Yeah,
when this comes out.
I'll measure it out and we'll put it on my story. Winner gets autograph picture. 18 weeks until Tampa. We'll see if we have time. Cause I wanna be bigger, right? So I need more muscles in the upper body. I mean, I've been training. I didn't miss one training since the Olympia with Mike, when it was possible. So my training's been on point. My diet has been better than the years before. I mean, it's not been perfect, but I really learned that shit. Does Big Ramy miss any meals like in the off season? I doubt it. So, you know, I've always been good in prep since I'm a kid, except the first few ones maybe, but especially when I came back since 2018, my preps have been pretty much no mistakes done there. It's always been more in the off season. When I was younger, off season meant I would eat when I'm hungry, normally like a normal person. Then when the prep would come around, I would turn the switch up. But that habit is no good if you want to be a top Olympian, which now 14th place is great, but it's not enough. Because if it would be enough, I'd stop training. And that's not a question. I'll never stop training anyway, but as far as competitive bodybuilding goes, 14th place is not enough. Like imagine if Jay Cutler at his first Olympia when he got last was like, oh, I'm good. I'm top of the world. I'll just, you know, take it easy from there. No, he fucking tried to beat Ronnie Coleman for all these years and couldn't. And then he finally did it. So, yeah, even though I was in the lower tier of the Olympia, it doesn't mean that I can't go up because people have done it. And I think the main difference is that in the off season, you gotta be strict like in prep, which I've not quite done yet so far. But in the next few weeks, we got 18 weeks, the next 2 months, let's fucking crank it up, see what happens.